Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Just climbed this gate. Today's video we are got a JCB. That's not relevant though. What is relevant? We've got some heifers. Well, baby heifers. Come on. They're friendly. So you'll seen from the previous video we've put the bull with some heifers about 3 days ago. Maybe 2 days ago actually. And we've got 8 little ones here. Well, there's 7 here. One's down there. Can make it out. Where is it? It's camouflage. There it is. There. But been naughty. Well, I don't think it's these 8 that have been naughty. It's the ones next door with the bull. So they have knocked a wall down, which didn't surprise me. It's going to happen, but we're going to get this wall thrown up, get it put back, and we're going to then go and let them that have got the bull with them in that field into that field there, so that they've got a larger area to go across. So that's the first job of today. But later, we're going to go and have a look. If he's just shut up a minute. We're going to go and have a look if our third cut is ready to mow. So, we've had quite a lot of dry weather recently. We had that storm Amy last weekend, but since then, we've not had any rain. Well, we've had odd little bits of drizzle, but no significant rain since about Monday. And we're now Friday, so we could have been mowing it before now, but we'll get there and we'll discuss the reasons why when we get to have a look at that grass. But for now, I need to build that up because they've been naughty. That should not be like that. Right, so we've built this gap up. Next job is go over there to that tree and open that gate so these heifers can go in the other field. So I only left them in this field just until they calmed down because they were a bit excited. But let's see if they'll follow me and come to this field over here. There isn't that much grass out here, I'm not going to lie, but it's just a case of spreading them out now across a large area until the inevitable that they have to come in. So we're just walking down this bank and then we've got to walk up that hill to where that tree is. Right, we're at the top of the hill now. So they have got a ring feeder here because I did give them a bale yesterday because I was a little bit concerned whether they got enough grass or not. But you can see the bale ring was actually there. They've managed to pick it up and move it. But we won't be giving them another bale, not until they at least eat that up. But this is the field we're going to move them into. So there is a bit of grass in here. Well, a little bit. So yeah, we'll open this gate and get them in here. Right, so we've moved as gate. I think we'll just let the heifers come through at their own free will because the chances are they'll come back to try and eat that silage up or something. So the milk cows haven't been in this field for about 2 weeks, I think. So there is a bit of grass on here. I mean, the milk cows have got a few extra fields now. We've got some more silage off, so they shouldn't really need this. Hopefully this will do the heifers. But there's a nice little bite out here for them. So yeah, hopefully we can get away without giving them a bale now. I only gave them that because I thought they were a bit short of grass in that field, but hopefully now I've let them in here they'll be fine. I just didn't want to let them in this field with them being so excited, because this borders where the milk cows are, that wall there. although they're not in there now, right now, but I didn't want them getting a bit frisky with the milk cows. I didn't want the bull getting frisky with the milk cows. So, you know, they've had 3 days to calm down. So that is the plan. Hopefully they'll just make their own way in, I think. The gate at the far end is shut, over there, which goes into the next field, which is also the milk cows. But, yeah, apart from that, we'll catch up in later when we're having a look to see if we're ready for third cut or not. Right, so while I'm down with the heifers, I just thought I'd show you this, because about 10 days ago, well, through the summer we've been feeding them bales outside on this bit of the field. These are the 8 that's left behind. And about 10 days ago I put some grass seed on here. It was really too wet to touch with a tractor because it was quite wet. So I didn't want to risk damaging the field. So all I did was just chuck the grass seed on and fingers crossed, I kept my fingers crossed that the grass would germinate, the seed would germinate and it would grow some grass again, because I won't be too bothered if we can't get on it with a tractor. If it could just grow some grass ready for next spring, we'll be fine. I was a little bit concerned that these would tread up the grass, up this new seeds. But I'll just put the camera in now, you can see that it has germinated and it is growing. Right, so all these little seeds here, you can see them. That's a new seed that's coming through. So none of this was here before. You can actually see, because it's all very even height. I mean, apart from that bit there, that was already here. But all this stuff here is all the new seeds coming through. So you can just make all them new seedlings coming up. I did chuck some on there where it was really wet. I mean, you can see with the footprints, it was going to cause some damage if I touched it with a tractor and harrows or something. I did chuck some on that, but it doesn't seem to have germinated, or very little, probably because it's so wet. So I just thought it was interesting to show you that. While I am here with the JCB, the reason I forgot to come with the JCB is there's a patch of soil there, near that gateway, where the feeders were, where I'm feeding them corn. So I bought a bag of grass seed to just put on that bit. Well, I might not even have a whole bag. Mainly because I'd rather, it's too wet to touch that with a tractor and roller or harrows or anything to try and level it. But if it could just grow, if it's growing something grass, it can be rolled in the spring when it's dried out. As long as it's growing something, because I'd rather have it growing something than leave it bare and it doesn't grow out over winter. It's got something growing on it, it's not the end of the world. It's not ideal because you want to roll it on, or at least chain arrow it and level all the footprints, all their poaching out. But if it has got some grass seed growing on it over winter, because it's probably not going to dry out that now. If it's got some grass seed on it, it will, you know, next spring it'll be rough as anything, but we can roll it then, and it won't damage the grass seed too much, hopefully. Right, so there's the grass seed. That's what it looks like. Got some in my bucket. These probably think they're going to get corn, but this is definitely not corn. Right, you can see where we've put us seed down. We've met that out. We've done all this area. You can see that this, it's never going to drive on with that with a tractor and roller to roll it in or harrow it anytime soon. It's just because it's so muddy here. It's where all the feeders were, which are in that field there. They've been there all summer. When it's come wet, it's just trodden the field up. So give it another give it about a week, 10 days, and that hopefully should have germinated. Now, I'm going to get a lot of criticism for doing it this way, by chucking it out, not doing it, you're not doing it evenly or anything like that. I've done it with the best of what I've got. 10 days ago, or whenever it was, when I did that bit over there where the feeders are, which you'll see at the start of this video, well, earlier in this video, you'll see that it's germinated and it's growing. So it proves, and I did it the exact same way, chucking a bit of grass seed out with a bucket, and it has worked. I might be criticised to say that birds are going to eat this grass seed. There is the risk of that, yes, but I'd rather take the risk on that. At the end of the day, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. All I've used is half a bag of grass seed. And I'd like to hope it actually works. I mean, let me know in the comments if you'd like an update video to see if this has worked or not. Because we could always come back in like a few weeks' time and see if it's germinated. Because that over there definitely has. That's teching that. Really, you do want a bit of rain to come. There isn't any rain in the forecast for at least a week. Maybe even 10 days. But we have got heavy dews in the morning. The grass is, there's a dew coming down. It's making the grass wet. So that will help. Hopefully that'll be enough. But there's no frost in the forecast, so I can't see any reason why it shouldn't work that. Because at the end of the day, it'll just go to waste all winter. As long as I don't drive on it or anything in the winter, like a tractor or anything, but that will be fine. It won't cause it any damage, or won't cause it any more damage because it's already damaged. But stage one of trying to get it to recover, shall we say. But just to show that when I did that bit over there where the feeders were 10 days ago, I spilt a bit of grass, well, chucked a bit down here on purpose, to be fair, because it's always a bit mucky, just to see if it'd take here. And they are new shoots, they are. See that? They are new shoots, they are. So it has worked. It has worked here. I mean, it's a bit stony here just because it's a gateway, but I just chucked a bit here just to see if it would take here, because it's always been a bit boggy and never been thick sward of grass around this gateway. But in all fairness, I might be using this gateway this winter to cart some muck through, because I'd rather go through that gateway than that one where it's wet, where they're all stood at the minute. Because you're just going to make a mess of that, whereas this gateway isn't too bad. But I can always, pick and choose, make sure I do it when it's dry, if we're coming on this for any muck or anything in the winter or spring. Right, so it's currently later in the day. There are in-calf heifers over there, if you can just make them out in the distance. So they're the group of heifers that originally had the bull with them. But we're just in some of the fields here that are shut up for third cut, so that's not looking too bad, is it? So potentially we're mowing this in the next few days, hopefully. So there's 50 something acres here to do. There's then 45 acres at home, and then there's 30 acres at home as well, which we don't normally do for third cut. But we don't actually normally do this field for third cut either, but I just thought I'd come and have a quick look at it to see what it's like. But I'll just flip the camera around so you can have a look nosy. So there's 130 acres in all. I mean, you can tell it's quite strong on. It's better than I thought it was. The grass has gone a bit burnt there. It goes a bit yellow. I think it's the frost that kills it, to be honest with you. But it's not all the grass. Most of it's quite leafy and green. But it's a decent amount to say this is third cut. We've had worse third cuts before. I mean, this is probably the worst bit because we're around the gateway there, but it might thicken up as we go through it. So this had fertiliser nearly 5 weeks ago, a couple of days ago. So 35 days. I put fertiliser on enough for 35 days. But the fact that this year's been the way it is, I'm a little bit concerned that there's still nitrogen in this, which isn't a bad thing normally, but with third cut you can't really get it dry because of the time of year it is. Because what date is it today? 10th of October. You will really struggle to get it dry. At this time of the year, to get it dry, you need it windy, because you get heavy dew in the morning and it just wets everything. So that doesn't help. But nitrogen isn't a problem if you can get the grass dry, but you can't get it dry. So we need to make sure there isn't any nitrogen in this. If we do go and get it off now, which the weather forecast is good for the next week at least, we'll stack this with a second cut, but we'll make sure that we mix the bales up a bit so we don't end up feeding one group of cattle just this stuff, because if it has got nitrogen in it, it can cause problems down the line. But we're just going to go and have a look at another field now. So there's two fields here, one and there's another one above. But we'll go and have a look at the one on the other side. There's three more on the other side. We're going to have a look at them now. Right, so just while we're here, I think these heifers want moving, so we're going to move them into this field I'm in here now. I did plan that they might want moving, because they have been in that field for nearly 3 weeks. So they should be getting up, they're ready for a bit of a fresh grass. There isn't much out here, to be honest with you, but we're going to move them. Just drop this fence. Hopefully all these are in calf now. So these, like I say, these are the ones that have been with the bull since May. So they should be out in calf with any luck. Come on, you two. Then I can get out with the Land Rover. Come on. Two that are a bit lame. Come on, you. I'll have to get this one's foot looked at soon. Right, so we're just going to have a look in these two fields. The third cut. This is not looking too bad, actually. So this is not looking too bad. It's better than I thought it was, to be honest. It's probably a bit stronger on than that last field we just walked through. But this is probably the best field of the lot. Looks really good. I think we'll be in this with a mower while it's dry. I think it's too good of opportunity to miss this. So the weather forecast has forecast it dry for another week. So we've had like 5 days roughly of dry weather, and there's quite a few people around here that have actually been silaging, doing third cuts and what have you. So we'll just climb this gate and have a look at this. This field's looking probably nearly as good. I'm hoping, we've got 130 acres to do, so I'm hoping for I'm hoping for at least 500 bales. That's what I'll need to survive this winter. That's how bad, it's for me to live, to go through this winter without having to buy in any fodder. I'll need at least 500, I've worked it out. It's 130 acres, that would be roughly about 4 bales to the acre, I think, if my maths is right. So, I mean, looking at this, if the whole of my third cut's like this, I'll get to that easy. I'll get to that aim easy. But I don't think it all is, really, to be honest with you. But this looks really good. I think what I'll do is, I'll put you a clip in now of mowing this exact field for third cut last year, and you'll see how wet it was. So hopefully you've seen that clip. Because I did do a YouTube video, go back and watch that if you want. And you can see how wet the ground was. And it shouldn't be that wet if I mow it now, because even though we had that Storm Amy last weekend, we've had 5 days of near enough no rain. It's been drizzly a bit some days, but nothing that will do any harm. And at the minute I'm looking at this and I'm really quite pleased with it. The heifers are trying to wreck my Land Rover. I best head back onto really. I've not had my tea yet, but anyway, hopefully you've seen from that clip how wet it was. That last year was a bit of a disaster with third cut. We did one field as cells for third cut, and then the rest we ended up getting the contractor to come with a fusion, because we had 4 dry days forecast, and then I mowed all that I had to do, which I think there was like 60 something acres. I mowed all 60 odd acre in 2 days, and then on the 3rd day it peed it down with rain, even though the weather forecast said it weren't going to rain. But yeah, hopefully if all goes to plan we'll be able to do all this third cut of cells. But my way of thinking at the minute is that to do 130 acres, which is like 50 acres more than last year, it's going to take me a considerable amount of time to mow that. It'll take me at least 3 if not 4 days. So unless I paid someone to come and help me. But if the weather forecast is going to be right and it's not going to rain, then there's no reason why I can't do it myself and save me a bit of money in the process. Because paying a contractor costs money. And if I've got the machinery, which I have, I've got a tractor and a motor, there's no reason why I can't do it myself. That's all connected up, wire. So I'm going to leave the heifers in this field for a few days at least. And then I'll have to work something out with this wire to let them have both fields at one go. But I'm going to go back and have some tea now, because it's nearly 7 o'clock at night. As you can see, it's going dark. But hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, we'll be mowing third cut in the next video. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And I do apologise in advance for anyone that's getting fed up with mowing videos or silaging. But we've never mown so many acres as we have this year, just purely because of the weather. We're having to mow more acres to get the same amount of crop. But yeah. But anyway, there are the heifers. I'm wondering why is he driving around my field. But I apologise if you can't see me very well. That's because it's going dark. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, it's a bit of a mixed bag, isn't it? What we start with? We started a bit of walling, moving the heifers that have just had the bull with them, letting them have another field. Chucked some grass seed down where the feeders have been, and now we're just having a quick look at third cut, see if it's ready to cut, which hopefully it is. I'd say it is. I don't think it'll grow much more. We've got a weather window, so we might, hopefully we'll be doing some. But yeah, that'll summarise this video. If you've liked it, I hope you've enjoyed it. So if you have enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel below, because it costs nothing, it's free, and it helps my channel out at the end of the day. And if you do subscribe, you'll get notifications, hopefully, if you ring the little bell, of when hopefully we'll be doing third cut grass, if you want to see that. If you don't want to see that, I apologise in advance. But I'll be videoing it anyway. But anyway, I'll see you. Bye.